What's up, guys? We are Tottenham TV here. We're here previewing the massive game on Wednesday night at Wembley against Newcastle United. We're here with our favourite Geordie Lee from Newcastle Fan TV. How you doing, Lee?
Not bad. How was you?
Yeah, well, after Saturday, not so great, but sunny bank holiday, not too much to complain about on that end. I haven't seen you since the first day of the season. It's been quite a while. It was the sun. You see you again. The sun comes back out, which is great.
I know. I can get you on more often on each channel. Keeps being nice, lovely days. Every time I see you, we'll see you.
Exactly. The sun comes out. Lee comes and the sun comes out. That's what it's all about. Obviously, last time we saw you, you were very, very worried about getting relegated. You're worried about your team being of championship quality. You worried about your chairman not investing enough money. You're now sitting in 10th in the league. You've had a pretty good run, well, not of late, but beforehand. How do you sum up the season? What kind of a job has Rafa Benitez done this season?
Oh, phenomenal. Considering we've spent less than Brighton and Huddersfield, which a lot of people in the media forget. And yes, we've got a bigger wage budget, of course, but if you're asking me, that we're sitting towards the last week in May, and little Newcastle are sitting 10th in the Premier League, I would have laughed at you if you said when we were talking outside changes earlier on in August. So what a season. He's been he'll not win Manager of the Year, but Rafa's been nominated for a reason. Absolutely outstanding job, and we are so lucky to have him.
Who do you think have been like your standout players for you this season?
There's been a few probably since Christmas. I think Jamal Lascelles is my player of the year. Absolutely outstanding. He should be in the England squad without a shadow of a doubt. Shelvey's picked up the last few months as well. Kennedy's been a massive boost. So's Dubravka. Mo Diarma's had I don't know what's happened to him, whether his missus has given him some extra bedroom action. I don't know what's going on there, but he's literally turned into this superstar. He's the new Patrick Vieira, Paul Dummett. All these players, I think, give over. But honestly, these players have been absolutely superb as well, and so long it continues over next season. Hopefully we invest.
In regards to John Joe Shelvey, how do you rate him as a player? You hear some pundits say there's no better Englishman who's a better passer of the ball than John Joe Shelvey. And there's other pundits who say he's a headless chicken and he's a walking red card. It's kind of, which way is it going? He's talking going to the World Cup. There's talk of him maybe going to a better club in the summer. Like, how do you assess his performance this season?
Let me ask you this question back to you. If you've got ability, but he's a danger, do you take him?
Or he's someone like Dele Alli. You could argue the same kind of problem.
Right. What about Wayne Rooney? He's a walking hothead. He's walking hot. Yes, he's got ability. What I'm trying to get at, if he's got an ability, regardless if he's got a hothead, you take him. So, for me, John Joe Shelvey is better than Jake Livermore. He's better than Lewis Cook. How the hell are those two ahead of John Joe Shelvey in the England squad? Beyond me. Shelvey's been brilliant the last 3 to 4 months. The first half of the season, not so much. I thought the pace of the Premier League wasn't up to speed, but the last 3 to 4 months he's shining at the right time. Newcastle's form's picked up, and he's been a massive crucial part of it. He makes us tick, basically. Brilliant player.
And there's been a lot of talk, actually. Well, not a lot, there's a fair bit of talk about maybe Jamal Lascelles joining Spurs. There's a lot of rumors flying around.
No, it's not happening. Yes, I can see why he's been linked to Chelsea was another one as well. I can see why the papers picked up, because if we sold him, he would be the £40 million defender, just because he's English. He's had a fantastic season, and to be honest with you, he's massively surprised me. He cost us, I wouldn't say goals in the Championship, but there was times of lapse of concentration against lower sides in the Championship. And when we came up, I thought, I'm not too keen on him, but he's grew from a boy into a man. He's a leader. He speaks well. He's never in trouble. He's just a colossus defender, and we've got a prize asset, and we have to keep him. What a player.
If Spurs were to replace Toby Alderweireld with Jamal Lascelles, would that be a massive downgrade in your opinion, or would you say maybe he's not on par, but maybe he has the potential to be as good a defender?
Yeah, he's got the potential to. Alderweireld's world class without a shadow of a doubt. I think Lascelles, if he was to go to Spurs, and I'm not saying he's gonna, because he's not. But if he was to go to Spurs, I don't think he's as gifted on the ball. He's very point fingers, he organises, and he kicks it out into Rosette. That's all you want. He's none of this keeping it down, playing it. And I think that's what's affecting him getting in that England squad, because Southgate wants to play 3 at the back with pace, and people who can possess Lascelles isn't that type of player. He's a type of player who can put an elbow in your face and he just hoof it into Rosette. And that's the old style English defender. and we don't have many of them. Probably Harry Maguire, I can't say it now. Harry Maguire is probably the closest to Lascelles, but the reason why Maguire's in the England squad is because he can bring the ball out. Lascelles can't do that.
All right, looking to the game on Wednesday, how's your form looking? You know, obviously since you've been confirmed safe, you've kind of taken a bit of dip in form, but how's it looking going into the game on Wednesday?
Yeah, you're right. We're 1-4 in a row, and we're beating the likes of Man United and your friends down the road, Arsenal.
Yeah, that was nice.
I bet you were loving that. That was just great. Once we hit that 41 points, I wouldn't say that it's the lack of concentration at the back. We've got beat off Everton, which was a DeAndre Yedlin mistake. Got beat off West Brom. You guys will know that well. And that cost us through Paul Dummett. And then, you know, silly goals that you might have seen the goals against Watford. It was just shocking defending. So it seems to be that we're only playing the first half or second half. We're not like doing it throughout the whole of the game. And I am a little bit worried that they're on holiday, as the quote goes. So it is a bit concerning going into the Spurs game, because you now have something to play for. A couple of weeks ago, you didn't. It looked set in stone. But we're playing Tottenham and Chelsea coming up, who want fourth place. Well, top 3, top 4, whatever. And we're just switched off, and I'm a bit concerned.
Well, last time I remember Newcastle played Spurs with nothing to play for, and Spurs had to fight for third place or second place even, and it didn't go too well for Spurs that day, last day of the season a couple of years ago. So that gives me harrowing memories. But looking on to Wednesday, obviously I play in form for you guys. I think at the moment is Ayoze Perez. I think he scored a couple of goals recently, if I recall rightly. Do you think he's kind of your danger man for Wednesday?
He's the top scorer this season.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I say he's the top scorer of 8 goals, you compare your front 4 and you're laughing. That's the difference in quality for Newcastle to try and get up to that next bracket. But yeah, you're right. Perez, there's several. Kennedy, Shelvey.
Kennedy's Chelsea, isn't he?
Yeah, they're the 3 attacking players, and we lack a goal scorer. I think that's what's going to hurt on Wednesday night, because we will concede. It's just Newcastle don't often score more than 1 goal, and that's what's going to hurt us on Wednesday night. And you've got quality galore. How would you stop your front 4?
Well, West Brom managed to do it on Saturday, so you know if they can do it, why can't Newcastle?
How did West Brom beat us then?
Well, they know they needed to win that game, but at the start of the game, it didn't look that way. They sat extremely deep. They didn't even look to kind of make any chances. They kind of just took their set pieces and maybe put a few difficult situations in the box. But other than that, it was kind of a very slow game. A lot of possession for Spurs. But I think that's usually how you stop. How Spurs usually tend to get frustrated is teams sitting back very deep, blocking the lines, cutting off the supply to Harry Kane, and then forcing us out wide. And then, they forced us out wide in all these positions. And we couldn't whenever we got a cross in, there was very easily cleared. And it was very struggling to beat the first man from crosses. So I think that's what the game plan usually is when to play Spurs, is just sit deep, try and hit them on the counter and set pieces. Well, we are quite vulnerable from set pieces. And that's where most teams get the success when they beat us. And it's when they just tend to frustrate us. But yeah.
Maybe we might play that. I remember St James's Park, until that red card, that was the turning point. It was dogged, wasn't it? And I think against the big sides, how Rafa will set up, he's gone with a wing-back system against the likes of Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool as well. And that wouldn't be surprised me if he hits on the counter and tries to go that way and just soak up the pressure, then hit with the likes of Kennedy, Perez, Ritchie. So we'll see. Yeah,
it was very interesting. We played a back 3 against West Brom. We've been playing a back 4 for most of the season. And because of our recent bad results, he changed it to a back 3 against West Brom with wing backs, and it just didn't quite work. We didn't quite have the numbers in the attacking areas. They were managed to crowd us out, and we kind of had too many defenders on the pitch, I felt, for a team like West Brom sitting back. So if we're going to play a back 3 again, that could be something to look for Newcastle, but I guess remains to be seen. Looking at Rafa Benitez, obviously he's done an absolutely phenomenal job at Newcastle. There's a lot of Spurs fans who I see on Twitter anyway who not necessarily Pochettino out, but obviously want Pochettino to have that winning instinct, and that they see someone like maybe Rafa that does. He's won Champions Leagues, he's won league titles, he's won Europa League as well. If Spurs were to offer a swap from Pochettino and Rafa Benitez, would you take that?
No, Rafa's loved up here. He's seen as like a Bobby Robson, a Kevin Keegan. With Rafa, you're not going to get attractive football, so would you accept that? So probably he doesn't play attractive football. He gets you results, yes. You know, you look at Sam Allardyce. Sam Allardyce gets you results, whether you like it or not. He does get them for you. But Rafa I can't see Rafa going anywhere at the moment because every year he's linked to this club, that club, and is he staying, is he not? Mike Ashley ownership, that we get the same carry on year after year, and he will stay. I think he will sign his contract extension, and I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he'll be locked into Newcastle for a number of years now. I strongly believe that he's got that connection with us. We love him, and there's a saying up here. He's like we're second dad. You
wouldn't swap him for Pochettino if you offered it.
Nah, I know that sounds crazy, but because
no, not the manager. It's interesting to hear your opinion from a fan who has Rafa as his manager. Whether you would swap him for, obviously we highly rate Pochettino over here.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to hear if we actually do that swap, because a lot of fans I see on Twitter might consider someone like Rafa as the next manager of Spurs if Pochettino were ever to leave. So it's interesting to hear.
I wouldn't, because there's that connection. That's what it is. He does things in community. He's more than just a football manager. Some people, when you go to a club, just click and get it, that community, and he does things. He just turns up randomly at kids' tournaments and just small little things, donating his own money to food banks, little things like that. That's why. And yes, he gets a result. That's part of the reason why I like him. But there's other things, and we absolutely love him, and he won't be going anywhere. And if he goes anywhere, there'll be a massive crisis at the club.
Okay. Well, it's been well publicised that Spurs obviously have gone now 10 years without a trophy. And obviously there's a big clamour for Spurs, I was about to say, considering how long Newcastle have now gone without a trophy, are we in a privileged position to complain about 10 years without a trophy and, be whining and saying Pochettino needs to win something, otherwise he's out? And, is Rafa maybe under the same pressure to win a trophy at Newcastle? You probably would say no.
No, none of them.
Even though it's been 50 years.
Yeah, we haven't won a trophy since 1969 when we won the old UEFA Cup. So, God, I haven't even seen a trophy in my lifetime. I've seen a championship trophy. I mean, that says it all. What we want is, obviously, we were to stay up. Yes, it's nice that we're 10th. And next season, and that's a big if, money's chucked at it, maybe Europa League. I think that could be the next step. The likes of Burnley and Everton. Why not? I think the top 6 is too far. That's a couple of seasons off, even if you keep chucking money at it. But that's massive ifs. For us just to compete and have hope. That's all we want as a fan, is to have hope. Maybe win a League Cup. Yous won it 10 years ago. We would absolutely... If we won a trophy 10 years ago, we'd be talking about it each week. It would keep going on and on and on and on and on for us. That is like... If we won a trophy, we'd be swinging off lampposts and everything, man. We would be running around the Tyne Bridge with the tops off and all sorts. We'd be doing cartwheels. Stupid things like that, I know, but that would really happen. The city is just starved of success. It really is.
So looking at that, would you say to Spurs fans who are complaining about 10 years, maybe quit your whining, maybe you're in a privileged position, kind of thing? What do you think when you see Spurs fans, complaining about not winning trophies after 10 years?
I don't really see that too much. What I see more is your Arsenals twisting that. I mean, for us to be an Arsenal, we would snap your bloody hand off. You know what I mean? We would kill for that. So I don't really see much from you. I see more from your rivals twisting that they're not in the top 4. And it is, if we had an Arsene Wenger for that long, we'd be absolutely honoured and privileged. Never mind getting Wenger out. So I don't see much from Spurs fans, to be honest. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right places then.
You're clearly not on Spurs Twitter.
Look at Newcastle Twitter.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so what's your prediction then for Wednesday?
I want to say a fight, not literally a fight from the lads. Go down fighting, show some pride, because we're not going to get back, the Toon fans are not going to get back to about 6 in the morning, and that's crazy. So I want to see them go home and say, now what it is, I'm proud of them lads tonight. That's what I would like the fans to go home with. I think we will get beat, but I want to say it's go down fighting. I think he'll win 3-1.
We're going to see a lot of topless Geordies tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll see some daft Geordies without a shadow of doubt. It's meant to be nice tomorrow, isn't it? It's a nice sunny day, so yeah, you'll see.
The tops will be off, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll see some daft idiots. Die hard with tattoos all over it. Yeah, we're coming down.
Absolutely loving that. Looking forward to it. All right, Cheers for coming on, Lee. If you want to check out his channel, link in the description below. Newcastle Fan TV, absolutely top quality Newcastle content. So check the description below and subscribe to his channel. Absolutely great stuff. Cheers for coming on, Lee.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and well done with your channel.
Thank you. Much appreciated.